So the year was January of 2020 when our government declared a total shutdown or lockdown of 21 days during the COVID era. And I only had $50 in my pocket. I had 3 children to feed, I had a wife, and I still have them. Then I realized that I'm living my life just like a cattle in a cattle ranch, waiting for a slaughter. And you know what, to make things worse, my printing business was declared a non-essential service. So I had no income, no food security. Lucky enough, I was staying at a family house. Imagine if I was renting. And you know what? The lockdown continued for years from that time. And that made me realize that I really needed to do something about my life. And this life that I'm living right now is just a preparation of such kind of an event. Well, I'm not saying COVID-19 is going to return or anything of that sort, but definitely, it's assured that either in the world or in your personal life, something tragic is going to happen, because this is the life that we live in. I'm not being a prophet of doom, but this is the reality of our life. A crisis will always strike in somebody's life, in anybody's personal life. And when that happens, my question is, how prepared are you for such uncertain events? What am I doing about it? And this is the scope of this video. What I'm doing to prepare for such a day when it comes. During that time of COVID, my wife came to me and said, there's somebody in our neighborhood. We had gone for 2, or if not 3 days without any food, because it was really a total shutdown. No one could even come out of their gates or anything of that sort. And it was really terrible. And I remember we had to scratch a little bit of some meal from our own house to go and help them. And that really made me realize that food security is so important. And this is why I really started with a garden when I moved to this place. And it's only been 2 months and some days. This is my 3rd month on the homestead. And really, I'm no longer buying vegetables. My tomatoes are almost ripening. Maybe in 2 or 3 weeks, I won't be buying tomatoes. And I plan to continue that way throughout. So already I've learned how to dry food and all that, to store food. And I'm hoping that I can learn some other ways like canning and all that, so that I can store the food and not to waste anything from this place, because food security is very important. My cucumbers are actually growing and I am loving every part of it. This is so nice. One of the things that I've realized, especially about our Zimbabwean life here in Africa, there's something that I don't like that the children do when sometimes we have load shedding and all that. You know, when the power finally restores, the children in the neighborhood will be like, yeah, now get out here, meaning that electricity is back. I really hate that. It shows me that how much dependent we are on the service providers, on the power service provider. You know what? This is the honest truth. I've seen that in my life. There are families, many families, that would go to sleep hungry if the power company does not restore electricity after a load shedding or something. Yes, they have no other source of power. Gas is expensive and it's not in the reach of many. Getting firewood, it also requires you to go an extra mile out of your budget. So all they do is depend on the power company. They have to wait for electricity to come back, whether at midnight, then they start cooking. Sure. And that's not, that's a crazy way of living. But here, I simply go into the nearby forest, collect firewood, chop it into nice little logs, make my fire. And at any time I make a meal, a very simple meal. And in my opinion, that's quite a better way of living. Spinach is really doing well. It's just amazing that it's only 2 months and I'm already harvesting this spinach, and it's really looking great. So if you really want to get your food security up to speed, this is one of the things that you also need to grow in your own garden. Spinach is really a fast plant. Within 2 months, you could be harvesting already. The dependency syndrome is really one of the worst kind of syndromes that can actually affect somebody. And I realized that when I was living my life in the city, I had no option but to depend. Just like a cow in a cattle range would depend on its owner to bring food to them, to bring everything actually. And I think this kind of life provides that cushion to really think about your life and know where you're going to get each and everything that you need for your survival. And this is what I love about this life. Vegetables they can do wonders in your life is rape. Like I told you, I'm about 2 months, 5 days here in Jombe, and I'm already harvesting my rape. And to be honest with you, I don't think I'm ever going to buy vegetables ever again. Because I want to be prepared. I don't want to live my life depending on somebody for each and everything that I do. I'm not saying I'm going to be self-sustaining for everything, but at least if I can provide 80%, even 70% of my food. So very soon, I'll be providing. I can see even my green pepper is really coming out nicely. Tomatoes, I told you already, they are already there. So this is green pepper. My cabbage is really coming up. This is cabbage. It's really coming out nicely. And I love this variety of tomato. You see, this is a smaller, a younger tomato. And besides it, there's shallots. I really need these ones. I'm going to harvest already. These are shallots, and I have king onions already. I have carrots. So really, I want to prepare for my food security. For my teas, I have mint. With flu, it really helped me the last time that I had flu. So my shallots really are really good to be harvested. So I really need to make baskets for my harvest because I'm really harvesting a lot. Look at this bean plant, how much it's producing. So you can see this, just this small circle. There's everything. It has mint, it has tomato, it has onion, there's cabbage down here, there are bean plants. When everything here really gets to speed, I can actually harvest and make a very beautiful meal just from this small circle. So this is why I love this kind of life. It allows me to have this kind of food security, and I am loving every part of it. Bean plant. This bean plant has been doing wonders. It has produced loads and loads of beans. These are green beans. At all these beans. Some of them, they are really already ripening and they'll be dry. We're going to dry them up. So for the sake of my soup, I'm just going to take a few. I think 3 are enough. I just make my own bread these days. And trust me, that's a very beautiful way of living. Making your own bread. You are not new to this bread of mine if you have been here for some time. This is Chimodo Amakwebelengwan. I really love it. I can eat this every day. I can eat this every day. Used to it. And one thing that happened to me is that I grew up here in the rural areas. Up to the age of 12 years, I was here. And almost everything changed about me when I got to the city. I became a city guy. But my diet couldn't change. I love my African food. I love my whole grains and all that. And that is a part of me that have been exactly the same. Like, I can't really eat spaghetti for 2 meals. I can't take macaroni for... I love my sadza, I love my chimodo, I love mukanga, I love mangai and all that. So that's me. So just talking on the dependence, I don't have to depend on anyone for my meal. I don't have to wait for the baker and complain. But what happened today? What happened to the bakery car and all that? I just wake up and do my stuff. And my friends, trust me, that's a beautiful way of living. And everyone, I think, should live like this. I believe this kind of life is the life that God intended us to live. So today is chimodo and my rib, mixed with tomato and green beans by the side, of course, and tea, mint tea. Mint tea. I really love that. It's one of our staple foods here at the homestead already. So the tricky thing about this bread is the falling off. But with enough practice, you master it. And I think I'm really getting good at that. Yeah, something like this. So I'll really take some time to fix this storeroom. For the past 2 weeks I've just been taking things and bringing them back in here without really properly putting them in place. But I'm going to fix it, maybe today or tomorrow. So I'm using this kind of farming. We call it conservation farming here in Zimbabwe because it conserves a lot of things. It conserves water, it conserves manure, because you are really concentrating your plants on one space. So it's really a good method of farming. Look at this maize. It's just less than maybe about 1.5 months. It's already at this height. There's no synthetic fertilizer here or anything, just manure, nothing else. So it's really conservation farming for real. And allow me to thank somebody who really made that comment to say, please carry buckets in the wheelbarrow. Really a game changer. Thank you very much for that kind of comment. And I want to tell you guys, I appreciate all of your comments. And please, if I don't reply on time, please bear with me, because my network coverage is really bad these days. I'm yet to fix my Starlink and all that so that I have good network coverage. So be patient with me. I will reply all the messages whenever I get the good network coverage. So please keep them coming. Comment, share ideas, share advice with me, and I really appreciate that. I really love this variety of tomato. It's really a good variety. It's a very big tomato, and it's really coming out nicely. They say 80% of a cucumber is water. So a cucumber really needs a lot of water. And this cucumber is really doing wonders in producing cucumbers and all that. Look at this big cucumber. I think I'm going to make a trellis in a few days so that this cucumber can really climb nicely and make good fruits. Now we are cooking the rib. Our chimodo today was kind of bent, but it's okay. Yeah, it's not the best that I've made. I was watering the garden while trying to cook this, and it's a bit bent. But anyway, bent offerings are also good for eating. Guys, are you enjoying chimodo? Yeah? Not bad. This is so this is chimodo. Not bad. Not very bad. It's really nice. With my own veggie from my own garden. Anybody home? Huh? Muza vesi yangu favorite vesi yangu na website. Shakana kasi. Huyo tunafaza sana. kuti hama dzigare pamwe chete dzakabatana.
Yes.
It emphasizes the beauty of unity.
Yes.
I like how it ends. It says nekuti Jehovah akarayira kuti chikomborero chive ipapo. So because of unity, God will bless.
Yes, yeah, sure. That's true. Okay, you're gonna episode 133. This one.
This one.
Very good.
So the other reason why I came here was to be an available son to my parents. I also want to be an available dad to my children, an available husband to my wife, and an available uncle to my nephews and my nieces.